So I'm actually watching a live stream by Abba and Preach, the Abba and Preach, and he's showing his ex, and she's actually really pretty. And he is still taking shots at Fresh and Fit while he's talking about his ex. You know you petty when you doing that. And I gotta make sure that Gumball is not touching anything she's not supposed to be touching. But I don't want to leave the live stream just yet. What's going on, Marty? So, like I said, right now I'm actually I'm playing a video game. I'm playing Civ 6. I'm sitting here at my desk. My setup ain't entirely complete, but it is somewhat where I want it to be. Eventually, I want to be able to show. I want to put my entertainment center up behind here. And, you know, as y'all can see right now, ain't nothing there except for my flag. But eventually I want to put it there. But I got to find time, and then I got to get the rest of my tax money in so that I could actually set all that up. That way, because I'm thinking about putting the TV there, and I'm going to put my PS5 set here instead of putting it in my room, because that's where I don't want to have it all in my room, because I might put my the TV that's in my room in here. So I might put my TV that's in my room in here. My only worry about that, honestly, is will Gumball mess with it? I'm hoping that Gumball just does not mess with it when that happens, but that's a long time from now, so I'm lucky I don't have to worry about that. But also right now, what I'm also doing, this is why I got my headphones on, is I'm actually watching a live stream with from Abba and Preach. And actually, so hold on, where is it? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, so I can't find it, but I'll look for it later. Yeah, I'll look for it later. I appreciate that, Marty. I was trying to find my I was trying to find my I was trying to find my mic set, but it's not here. Hopefully my daughter didn't take it, but I doubt she did. Hold on. But yeah, I'm watching this live stream with Aberrant Preach, and he's talking about this about a girl he dated and stuff like that. Okay, this is my save. I might actually use this jump rope tonight. So yeah, I do have to find. I'm gonna ask my daughter if she took my witch collar. Hopefully she didn't. I'm hoping she didn't, cause I'm gonna cry if she did. Cause those are my that's my mic set, and I want to use it for me. It might be down in there. Actually, you know what? Okay. Yes, Dee Dee. Well, not necessarily a new setup. Well, I guess you could say it is a new setup. Basically, I did get a new desk, and yeah, Marty, I do live stream commonly. Well, not commonly, not anymore, but I do live stream on a somewhat often basis. But a few months ago, actually back in March, I did buy this here desk. I bought an entertainment center that I gotta set up too. That, like I said, I'm gonna set it up behind me here. Ooh, where's the heart? And I got this. Okay, so for those who couldn't hear that, that's Gumball. For those who remember Gumball, that is my youngest daughter. But yeah, I set up this desk and everything. And the funny thing is I was actually live when I did this when I was putting this desk together, and the whole dining area was a goddamn mess of cardboard and styrofoam and plastic stuff. It was really bad. But basically, I took that. It took me a good while to have everything set up, and that was only because I was in and out. I was in and out, and like right now, I should be doing lift right now. Here, I got you. All right. Say hi, Gumball. Hey, say hi.
Hi, Gumball. Hi, Gumball. The bees on the bus.
Yeah. Okay. You see, you're just excited to see yourself, ain't you? You're just excited to see yourself. Okay, you can go. Here, take the pen. There you go, Dad. What do you? What? So Gumball wants me to do something, and one thing I'm not gonna do is tell her no. But she will interrupt me to because she wants to do something. It's probably for Bluey. So wait for me a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm here. Okay, sorry about that, Sparks. Thank you for showing up anyway. Thank you, Marty, also as well. So I found my birthday present. Apparently, Gumball got to it and opened it, but at least it's not all over the place. Gumball, no, not right now, honey. Not right now. Come here. And then she wants to run. Why does she always run? Yeah, so I'm actually listening to ABBA talking about how a girl got pregnant or whatever, and then she decided she didn't want to have a kid or whatever. And for me, like, this is something that would bother me too because, like, I am conditionally pro-choice, and I say conditionally because, as far as you know, any woman who wants to get an abortion, yeah, I'm all for her having an abortion. Me personally, when it because the reason that I'm pro-choice is because it's 9 times out of almost every time because as y'all know, I've only biologically had 2 kids. I have 3 kids, but when it comes to children that don't belong to me, I don't care what you do with your body. You don't want that child, you don't want that child. That's who am I to tell you? Who am I to tell you? Who am I to tell you you can't you supposed to have that child if you don't want to have that child? That's stupid of me. But if it's my child, I am gonna want that child to be long term. That's my. I want to take care of my responsibility. I want to be a father. But that's just me. Hold on, I'm listening to it because I think he's having he's either playing an old conversation or something. So I'm trying to listen to it.
Swimming in the tree.
Oh shit, Sharon, what's going on? Okay, so I'm watching. I'm listening to this live stream from Abba and Preach, and so I'm like live streaming and listening to a live stream. You look tired as hell or high as hell, but you don't. So I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, but I am tired as hell. But I'm also watching a live stream right now, so I'm like dually focused, and I'm listening to this. I'm listening to Abba basically, you know, be vulnerable, and I'm trying to go back and forth between. Shrine, you didn't hit the like button. You better hit that like button before I crash out. Also, Gumball is. I still got Gumball in the room here, so I got to keep an eye on her. You making a weird. Hey, look! Whenever you make a beat, I want to hear it. I want to see what it's about. I got nothing but time on my hands anyway. Yeah, but basically, yeah, like I was saying, when it comes to being pro-choice and all that good stuff, I'm not against I'm not against abortions as per se, but like, cause like I'm all for it. Hey, if you wanna get rid of the child, you can't take care of the child. That's totally okay. I think that's a valid a valid concern to have. Like me personally, I wouldn't want to. If I couldn't bring a child to the world, I would suggest and get rid of it because like it would be stupid if we went through with it because we're not doing each other any favors. In fact, if anything, we're hurting the child a lot more than we're helping ourselves. But and then, but like, if it, but like, if it is my child, yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell a woman, yeah, I would want to have this child, you know. And I'm not gonna hold it against her if she still says no. That's just her decision. Okay, hold on, come here. Gumball, you gotta say hi to Sharon. You gotta say hi to the Sharon. You remember the Sharon, right? Yeah. Okay, go. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta chase her around a little bit because she wants my attention. Y'all know I can't say no to Gumball. Hold on 1 second. Oh my goodness, you're such a girl. Careful. Careful. Okay, yeah, so like this is something that I actually told Gumball's mom, right? So I told Gumball's mom, like if you, like I told her, if you do want to have an abortion, that's fine. I said I will be there with you through the process. I will go through the process with you, all that good stuff. But understand, after it's done, I will never speak to you again. Right? That was something I told her. I said, once it's done, I will never speak to you again. I will never want to talk to you again because, again, while I do understand your position, that's just not something I would support. Not for myself, because I want to be a dad, and it would bother me like if I say I want to have a child and the mother says no. Now again, I will definitely support her decision. But I would want nothing to do with them afterwards. What? Gumball, honey. Okay, I gotta get Gumball's sister out here. Okay, yeah. See, this is why I'm glad I have two phones as well because. Yeah, like, well, so like the phone that's recording this live stream right now is actually my old phone, and it actually just works out for me in the sense of I don't have to. I only need Wi-Fi to get it to work, and it just works out perfectly. So like, you got the Wi-Fi, we're rolling, and then I can still use my main phone. Whoops, oh shit. Yeah. Except or be in the custody of parents who don't take care of them or care for them. Yeah, so I do agree with you, Sharon. Like I said, I'm conditionally pro-choice. So like, if it doesn't involve a child that I created, then yeah, I'm pro-choice all the way. I'm only pro-life, as it were, when it comes to the child that I conceived, and that's just me. Because like, even if it was like, say like if I got married, right? Like, say if I got married, if I had gotten married to a woman and she says she wants to get rid of it, like I would, like I said, I would support. Like now, like if I know we just can't have the child, then yeah, I'll be like, okay, cool. We then that's our fuck up, but we're gonna have to take precautions so we don't have to go through this process again. But if you tell me that you're pregnant, you know I want to have kids, you know I want to be a father, and you tell me that you want to get rid of it, like I said, I'm not gonna argue it because at the end of the day, this is your choice. As a woman, I believe you are entitled to that choice. I'm not gonna tell you because for me, that's just wrong. So when she says she's getting rid, yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I respect it. I respect it, and I'm not gonna argue it. I'm not gonna look down on you or none of that shit like that. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be supportive of you throughout the process. But my spouse will have to know that once this process is gone, we're getting a divorce. Like it's not even up for debate or discussion. That's ground that is instant divorce for me. Like there will be once it's done, I'm done because again that for me it's a betrayal. And clearly that also means that we do not have the same alignment as far as family is concerned, and maybe you just didn't want to have a kid with me, so that's how I'm gonna take it. And yeah, people will say that I'm an idiot or some shit like that, and that's cool, but that's just how I feel about it. And the way I see it, if you want to abort my child, then guess what, I just don't want shit else to do with you, especially if we don't have kids already. It's like you that's the that's one of the ultimate no-nos for me. Obviously, cheating and financial irresponsibility are two bigger ones, but that's gonna be the one that will just end it for me. And again, I'm glad that Gumball's mom went through with the pregnancy and everything like that. Funny thing is I actually, I wasn't shy with Gumball's mom when I told her that we should have more kids together. I told her we should have more kids together, and I didn't give her my 5 point plan. Well, it wasn't actually a 5 point plan, but it was basically a game plan that would have happened had she gotten pregnant a second time. But my game plan would have been simple. If she gotten pregnant again, I would have just been like, look, we about to have our second child together. We might as well be together because what's the point? Like, what's the point? If she had gotten pregnant a third time, which meant we would have had 3 kids together, then I would have been like, look, I'm not playing this game no more. We're getting married because we have a family now. We might as well be a family, you know. And yeah, I know that's ass backwards. It is very ass backwards, and I'm aware of that. But at least it would have been known that, because I eventually told her that it was just when I told her that she was already in a relationship with somebody else. She actually got into a relationship not that much longer after Gumball was born. I want to say like a few months after Gumball was born. But basically, we had the plan was like put out there, and by the time that the relationship ended, because I want to say the relationship ended like last year or something like that, she had already gotten fixed, and so it was like, well, she doesn't want she had made it clear early on that she didn't want any more kids, and again, I respected that decision. But at this point, at least it wasn't abortion, so it wasn't like I'm just gonna hate her forever. No, she had made it clear that she didn't want to have any more kids after that, and I was okay with it. I didn't like it, but I was okay with it. I understand it, and like for me, it's like I'm not gonna date anybody who doesn't want children. Like once like it like if your ability to have children is not there, then I would not I would not entertain it. Like I don't like me personally, and I know this is stupid to say, but it is what it is. I don't date women who don't want kids. I don't date women who don't want any more kids. Um, and that's just my preference. I know it's ugly. And somebody will probably say it's misogynistic. Oh well, hell, right? So that's just me. That's just my opinion, and I'm right with you, Sharon. I love my kids too. So that's just my take on the subject. I will never tell a woman that she does not that she should not get rid. Even if the child is mine, I would never say be like, you can't get an abortion, you can't kill my kid or nothing. Like I'm like again, I am all for the woman making her decision. She says she doesn't want the child. Hey, you don't want the child. I'll respect it. That is my position. But like I said, if it's my child, once it's over, we're over. There's nothing else for us to ever talk about. Because again, that is a no-no for me. That is a no-no for me. Hold on, and like I said, I'm still watching this live stream, and he's been on the same subject. He's been on it for a good minute. The live stream is over now because it was like 2 hours or something like that. So or 2 or 3 hours. So I was appreciate that, Auntie. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. But yeah, the live stream's like 3 hours. I'm only like an hour into it, and for the most part, it was on. It's on the fact that he ended up where he ended up uh, 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 where he almost had a child, and I've had some. Okay, so the most fucked up thing that happened to me, right? The most fucked up thing that happened to me, as far as the child thing is concerned, is a chick actually lied about being pregnant, and she did it more than once. So that was like a massive thing to me, and it was like so it she so let me see. She did it twice actually. No, she did it 3 times. 3 times. So she lied about being pregnant 3 times. The first time she lied about it, it was to get money out of me, right? So she was like, I need money for the abortion, and I gave her half, and then she never texted back after that. And this is when I was still in the Navy. So I leave the Navy a few months later, or excuse me, I left the Navy a year later. I get back from the Navy, and my dumbass, being a dumbass, we hooked up a few times, and then she goes, this is 2017 or 2018. It was one of those 2 years. She hits me up one day and she says she's pregnant again. Now keep in mind, no, the second time was in 2015. It was late 2015. It was just before I left the Navy. So she hits me up because she said, because I went to go visit her and we hooked up, and she said a few months later, I'm pregnant. Right? This is late 2015, like a month before I get out, and she says I'm pregnant, and I'm like, okay, um, are you gonna get rid of this one too? And she was like, no, I'm keeping this one. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can respect that. Like, cause I didn't want her to get rid of it anyway. I was just asking to be formal. So she said she was keeping the baby, and I get home from the Navy like a month later. I work a few odd jobs to work on to get myself in a position to be able to work to where I am now. And I want to say March of 2016, she comes up with this bogus ass cancer diagnosis. So she says she has cancer, or no, not cancer, leukemia, which I think is a form of cancer. I don't remember. Anyway, she says that she has, in order to do the treatment, she has to have the abortion. And so I was really upset. I was in a low place at this time in 2016 because, so like, I just sat there. I was like I said, I was in a dark place during this whole time because I was really excited about having this child. We had a name ready. We had all this, that, and the other, only to find out that both the pregnancy and the pregnancy and the cancer was a fake story, because she told her friend who was friends with my ex-wife's sister, who told my ex-wife, who told me. And at the time, me and my ex-wife, we weren't in the best of terms, as it were, but because we were just fresh off of a divorce. So we get so I didn't speak to her for a year because I figured that she lied about the whole thing, and then I confronted her about it. She's like, "No, this really did happen, and this really did happen, and how can you say this?" And being the idiot that I am, I believed her at the time. At the time, I believed her. And so again, we hooked up again, and sure enough, like an idiot, because I went in it naked. Again, she comes back a few months later. This is in 2017. She says, "I'm pregnant," and then she says she's keeping this one. And so again, I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm thinking I'm about to have another baby. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to be a dad again. And sure enough, she says that that she's close. She's almost a term. And then this whole story about her kids getting taken by CPS came out because she has three older kids. Was it one or two? I don't remember. She has older kids. I know one of them is actually, I think two of them are adults now. I'm not. Anyway, so she's claiming that she, now keep in mind she's fat, so I'm not gonna be able to tell the difference really anyway. But she shows me bogus pictures of a boy because she said it was a boy. So she claimed that she drove that when her water broke, she drove all the way to Napa. I want to say it was Napa. Now keep in mind this is all the way in. This is like a 70-mile drive, and it is a very complicated drive, might I add. So she took this drive just to have this baby, and then decided to keep it with a person she claimed was her brother and his wife. Now, obviously, I'm just like, you're full of shit. Because, like, if it were that serious, if you were trying to keep the baby from going to CPS, you could have just given the child to me. I think that would have been the smart thing to do. It would have been the logical thing to do. But the thing is that, again, word got out, and it got to my ex-wife's sister, and she's messy as hell. So she got to her ex-wife's sister, and then, of course, naturally, it got to me. So when it got to me, So when it got to me, then it was just like I'm asking all these questions, and then my ex-wife, she loves to do this thing with my ex-wife loves to do this thing with fake phone numbers and shit like that. So she hit her up from a fake phone number, pretending she was my mom and asking questions. And so then my ex-wife comes back to me and said, "Yeah, there is no child." Because here's the other thing. I had not been to a single appointment. When she said she's having an appointment and I'm saying, okay, I got the day off, I can actually go to, she's like, "No, you can't come. No, I don't want you to come. It's okay." And like, I ain't made a single appointment. I ain't done nothing, right? So when she shows me things like the ultrasounds and stuff like that, I actually showed one of the ultrasound pictures that she sent me to my ex-wife. And my ex-wife says, "This is fake." Because I had never seen an ultrasound pictures before, so I can't tell the difference. But my ex-wife explained to me why it was fake because unfortunately I didn't get to go through the pregnancy thing with my oldest with Munch. So she's like, "I can show you how it's fake." She said, "Because look at the top right corner. There's no name. There's no nothing. There's just a ultrasound picture. This could be from anywhere." And then she looked it up on Google and showed the source of the picture where it came from. It's like, okay, so this is a fake picture, right? Exact same picture. Then she showed the ultrasound of Munchkin, and I'm like, okay, I see her name, I see the hospital it's at, I'm seeing all this information on what it is as far as the ultrasound is concerned. And so like now I'm pressing this woman on all the questions about what's going on with this baby that's supposed to be mine or whatever, and what's going on with this child, when I'm going to see the child. Can you take me to the place where I'm going to see? And every time she says she's going to go see him, she's like, "I'll let you come along," and then she goes, "Nope, I went and came back already." So I'm still trying to press for questions and all this other shit because I'm like, I really do want to be a dad and I'm really excited about this. Like, why are you doing this? And I want to say it was early 2018, no, mid 2018. Mid 2018, she blocks me on everything. So I have not seen her, I have not seen from her or heard from her since. And I was just like, I was already trying to get myself back together when this was, because remember, I'm still not too far off from a divorce. And now here I am mentally destroyed by the fact that I thought I had a child and now this child is in the wind because she lied about it. So I was like, the next chick that does this to me is gonna suffer, right? But of course, it didn't happen again because again, when Gumball's mom told me that she was pregnant, she did not let up at all. She said, "You are gonna go to every appointment. I think I only missed one appointment." And I made sure that I did everything to make sure, hey, cousin here, but not here. Appreciate it, cuz. Oh, glad you're here. But I was like, because even I was like, I want to be at every appointment. I want to see all the ultrasounds. I want to see everything that's going on with the baby. I want to learn about what's going on because I didn't have this experience with Munch. So, and during that entire 6 months, during that title 6 months of the known part of the pregnancy, because obviously you don't know the first 2 months about it, and until it's official that that there's a baby in there. So, and during that time, only 6 months had passed. So during during that time, I was doing everything except for if you ask her, she'll say that she'll make this bit about me not getting her chicken nuggets. And okay, for the sake of argument, let's just say I didn't get her those chicken nuggets. She will not let me live this down because, yeah, I'll admit there was one night that she asked for chicken nuggets. I didn't get her no chicken nuggets. That's my L to hold, okay? I can admit that. But I was like, lady, you gotta let it go. Like my hairline, let it go. But anyway, I was when Gumball was born because so Gumball's birth timeline, it was actually a really hilarious one. I had a car accident the day before, and I had crashed my car into the park into the park. Well, it didn't crash. It just I slid off the road because it was wet, and I tried to recover. And no, this is I'm just going over an old story. So anyway, I was trying to make a left turn. I lost control and messed up the wheel, and I ended up going off into a park. And so with the help of the police, I ended up having to get all my stuff out of the car and abandon the car, and that's what I did. I basically abandoned it, and the city picked it up, and that car was paid off too. So I was sad when I had to let that car go. Um, so I had got no, I don't have a mic in. I'm using my headphones. Actually, no, actually, I'm not using anything because I have a mic right there. This is actually I'm just on my old phone, so I don't have anything in here. I think it's just because of the the background here. There ain't much in the dining area anymore, so there's just a lot of stuff for my voice to bounce off of. But yeah, so I slid off the road, and I had my dad come and pick me up from the park that I slid off the road at, and my dad tells me that that his wife had died. Now, I hated this woman with all my heart. Unlike my dad's current wife, I hated this woman. Like, and so when she died, oh my goodness, I celebrated by accident because I didn't want to do it in front of him. Because obviously he still had feelings for his wife. That was his wife, even if they were separated for like a decade. Anyway, the very next day, baby mama comes to pick. No, she stayed the night. She stayed the night that night, and she picked me. She took me to work that morning. So she took me to work that morning, We saw where my car was. It was still there. They didn't pick it up until like the afternoon. And I should have did a last second check to get anything that was in there out, because I think I left some stuff in there, and I really hated that I left stuff in there. Uh, I had I had gotten I had gotten to work, and she was like, her stomach was hurting, so I was like, hey, when the second you get a chance, just go to the just go to the hospital. I ended up actually leaving work early that day because I had got some PTO for that day, and they were like, it was like 4 hours, so I left work at 10. I went home, and while I was on my way home, I got I got the call I got the call from her, and she said the baby's coming. Now this is at noon, so this is at noon. I'm thinking like the baby is gonna be here like right now, and no, it wasn't so simple, right? So I call my ex-wife. I called my ex-wife. My ex-wife picks up. I said, wife, I need a ride to the hospital. And she says, for what? I said, I'm about to have a baby. Because I didn't tell hardly anybody, and I didn't tell my ex-wife until like 2 months before the baby was born. Like I didn't tell her. Anyway, she drops me off at the hospital. She drops me off at the hospital. I go in there, and she was basically in labor all the way until the baby was born, and the baby was born at 9 o'clock, well 9:30 or 9:30 ish, right? And I was very fortunate to have the entire experience as far as Gumball was concerned, and I'm forever grateful to my baby mama for that. But if she had exercised her right as a woman to not have the child and have it terminated and robbed me of this experience, oh yeah, I would have definitely been bitter to the end. Like I would have never let it go. And that is why I would have that's why when I told her, I was like, if you had gotten rid of the child, or if you ever do end up getting to that point where you have to abort a child that I have, I would support you all the way to the end, but understand that once it's done, I will never speak to you again. But that is yeah, that is something that I'm really grateful for, because I actually had the experience that I didn't have with Munch, but I got to have it with Gumball, so I'm always gonna be grateful for that. Okay, now Pre just finally, because like again, I'm watching the live stream. I'm a little behind, but so I'm actually watching it behind. I came in late, so I'm starting from the beginning. So the live stream had already ended, but I'm watching it. But yeah, Preach finally just showed up to the stream. So because again, I'm watching the live stream. I'm not gonna show you that I'm watching the live stream because I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, so yeah, I'm like watching this live stream, and Preach just showed up. All right, so I'm about to go and focus back on this live stream, and I will get with you guys another day. I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me on this live stream, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And always remember that kindness is free, and I'm cheap as fuck. So have a good day, everybody, and as always, stay mad, my hatters.